Hello there, people out there in the real world, and welcome to another episode of Crowncast, the best podcast out there. I'm uh, I'm realizing I don't think in a single intro I have actually said I am more Crown Stories. So this is the first one, but I mean it's in my title, so you knew that already, unless it was a channel where you had a lot of different people involved with. I don't know what. The first minutes always when I do this podcast are always weird. I kind of know what to talk about, yet not. No, but I do know what to talk about. But so I just ended work an hour ago, came back home, watched some YouTube, and ate a pizza because I was hungry because I somehow forgot to eat lunch. Yeah. It's because you're like working as a personal assistant in for I don't know what the term. My uncle, who I'm at his place and taking care of him because he's has a mental he has a mental retard or challenge or what, I don't know what the English term for it, but he can't really walk or talk or anything like that. So you just help him out, and he's fairly easy to handle. He don't tend to have outbursts like other with same kind of mental states. So he's fairly easy to handle, and so. But today was a little bit more. He had some cramps during night, so he didn't want to eat in the morning. But yeah, got him to eat eventually, and everything went good. And then I just, because it took so long for me to feed him, and all it took so long time, I forgot about my own dinner. You're hungry, but you just somehow I still manage to forget that. So, yeah, before I'm getting more into stuff, I'm just gonna point out that there's a big probability that John Rambo will return this Friday and join me as a guest because he really liked doing a type of show like this for a change. So why the hell not? I enjoy talking to John, so I'm just gonna have him over on his podcast once a week probably. There probably will be weeks where he can't or I can't. And those I will end up having other guests, or just I still gonna have guests. So I'm probably gonna have save Slinky for next week. I've said it this week or next one, but probably not gonna feel up to it this week. So Slinky, if you're listening to this next week, you're getting on as guest. And after that, who's going to be a guest, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna force Layla on here. I've never talked to her directly, so that could be an interesting podcast. So, you've been warned. Okay, so with all those things out of the way, we have wasted 5 minutes just because I can. And today I thought about talking a bit about anime and some video games. I don't know what video games I will be talking about, so I'm probably just gonna do an easy timestamp in this one, because 2 timestamps for you too, if you're not interested in either of them. I have some more TV stuff I want to talk about, but I'm gonna save that until maybe this Sunday or whenever I record the other one. I'm not gonna talk to John Rambo about that, but maybe Sunday, probably gonna, because I want to talk about Falling Skies, for instance, and I haven't finished watching or come up to the point where Falling Skies is at, so I want to talk more about that, and I also have some other TV shows I can add into that. So, because I don't want to overrun you with TV shows, even though I can pretty much have a weekly TV where I just talk about single TV show probably. I've thought about doing just like things like that, but it's gonna be a problem because then that would take that away from the podcast, and lesses my ability to talk about various things, and but I talk about TV shows only there. So unless it's something specific, I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna start off with anime because I have the page up, and I don't know what video games. I'm gonna put up my Steam page later just so that I can keep track on what the hell I'm thinking of talking about. So I'm usually I watch kind of a lot of anime because a couple of years ago my sister, the same sister that was on my podcast, Kiof Cookie, as she's known on YouTube as, and she what was the I think it was the anime Fruit Basket was one of them, and Oran High School was the name of that one. It was, right? And I watched it because she rewatches the one she likes. So so I watched it with her. Before that, I didn't really get myself into anime and manga and that sort of stuff more than just watching Pokemon. But so much of anime isn't that really, to be honest. But still is. Also Yu-Gi-Oh! I got into watching as well. So, and I watched, when it comes to Pokemon, I've watched almost every episode up until middle of a point in Black and White. Yeah, I watched that many Pokemon, and just when you think that's back, it's like, what the hell? There was a summer 2 years ago, I think it was. I decided, what the fuck? I'm just gonna start rewatching Pokemon from the beginning, and so I did. The hardest ones to find again was Johto region. There's many of them that's lost, so I didn't rewatch them, but sure. Now I end up talking about Pokemon. Not what I intended to do, but Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched both Yu-Gi-Oh! The first series, Yu-Gi-Oh! EX, which in my opinion is really, really good. and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D isn't good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sexal or I don't know how it's pronounced, but something kind of like that. It was an improvement, but I haven't watched it for a while. They reached the tournament, which I really like watching when they have tournaments in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the main characters that you have. So yeah, so if you want to watch something else and you like Yu-Gi-Oh! And haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! EX, I strongly urge you to watch it, or at least that's my opinion of it. The last season is fucking badass. It turns really dark. That's the reason why they never made an English dub to the last season, because holy shit does it turn dark in the last one. And so yeah, watch those. So Fruit Basket had like 25 episodes. It was one of those that felt like it could. I mean, the other. It's about this girl who lives with like this family, or I think it is. Or but everyone can turn into like something else, like a dog or a snake or a cat or something like that. And yeah, I'm not even. No, I'm not gonna keep talking about Fruit Basket. I don't know. Or on High School is about a girl who ends up being in a boys' club, and they have to try and they hide her from everybody to make it so that everyone thinks she's a boy, and she can still remain in the club. Doesn't sound like appealing for most people, maybe. So, but it's really hilarious if you're. It's mostly aimed towards girls, I think. Yeah, but I still enjoyed it. Don't judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna think about stuff. Yeah, Sword Art Online. First one I'm gonna talk about. I'm probably gonna just talk about end up talking about anime stuff this whole podcast. Probably we will see how long it will run, but I have a lot of ones to talk about. So yeah, it will probably be the anime. So me introducing to you all kinds of different animes. So Sword Art Online is one of the hyped ones. They're always going to be hyped ones, like Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, Gintama, I'm forgetting someone big. Yeah, fuck it. Loads of different that have the hype, and Sword Art Online has that hype of everyone. Oh my god, that's amazing. Kind of like Attack on Titan, like everyone's talking about that now. But I mainly watch everything on Crunchyroll because you can get everything there in HD or 720p or 1080p, depending. I mean, I usually just watch it in 720 because I mean it's barely any difference between 720 and 1080. If you don't watch, when I watched on my when I watch on my TV, of course I'm gonna watch it in 1080p because it's then you notice it. But if you watch it on a laptop, then it doesn't really matter. So, but Attack on Titan I can't watch it or I have to watch on some uploaded streams where the quality isn't good, and then I don't care about it. So, Sword Art Online, fantastic first season. They had one of the best first seasons on any anime. And second season wasn't even close. And third season that is coming up later this year, I think, is will be interesting to see if it will be interesting or not. I don't. It remains to be seen. But the first season, you have to watch that first season of Sword Art Online. If you skip out after the first season, I don't care. But if you want to watch and you're new to anime and want to watch something really amazing and stuff, I strongly urge you, especially if you are a gamer, I strongly urge you to watch Sword Art Online's first season, because it's fucking brilliant. It's takes in a MMO where you can literally, you have like a headgear and you can like walk around and stuff. You're like sleep, you go into some sort of sleep mode, and then your mind connects with this world, and so and then you just can run around normally. You don't get like tired stamina, and I mean it's kind of like how we at some point probably gonna live. We're gonna have artificial bodies where we're gonna connect up to, I don't know, or just connect to a world where we are infinite and we can do anything. We can fight, and if you die you just respawn in the center of the, or like, I mean, you don't really die, but so it takes place in that world, and I don't want to spoil more because I don't have to, and I just want you to watch it. But it's really great. I mean, watch it, for the love of God. What the fuck why is my computer being so choppy today? I don't know why. So if it's something lags with my commentary, I don't know, something. Yeah, so I don't have much more to add about Sword Art Online, because I want you really to watch it, and don't really want to spoil anything. I watched they are on season 2 of a show called Hackenden, which is about this. He looks like 12-year-old, but he's kind of immortal, or he don't age, and I don't know. He can probably be killed. No, he can't. From what I tell, it's he's everyone has some kind of like beast inside them, so to speak. But it's up to you if you want to watch that one. It's more catered to the stranger anime. I hit the mic, didn't I? And yeah, it's more of fun. It's really about 8 main characters. It's called the 8 Dogs of the East, because there are like supposedly everyone has or like not bloodline but descendants, more or less, from. I don't think they are descendants. They're like 8 chosen people that happens to, and they are destined for something. I don't remember what it said in the first episode, what they were destined. They were destined to protect something or someone, or I don't remember. I mean, you can tell. I mean, I watched so much stuff that my brain is kind of having. Have pushed out that part of it, so screw you. that kind of mindset. So I don't have much more. You can check it out if you like. I don't know if you. I don't. Its problem is Crunchyroll, for instance, have licenses. They take in some licenses just only for Europe, and then some only for America, and some only for different parts. So, if you want to watch, I mean, it would be hard for you since you're American football, or maybe if you're American football fan and you want to watch a hilarious about Japanese high school team American football, and it's I call it American football, you call it football in the USA, but I'm gonna call it. It's called I Shield 21. It's really it's really fun, but it's if you are in for the long haul. It has 145 episodes. So if you really like sports anime or want to try a sports anime, it's a good one to start. It's either that one or Kuroko no Basket. That's one also a great one if you want to try sport. But be warned, it has the they have this unique thing where everyone has some kind of special ability, or it looks like they have. He got the anchor thing, or like amazing lightning speed. I mean, it's an anime, so they kind of make it a little bit having fun with it. Look like they're like professionals. But it's still a great one. It's hilarious as hell. I mean, all of these are subbed, so I maybe should have gotten that from the beginning. I mean, if you don't like, I mean, you wouldn't still be watching this probably if you didn't think about trying to watch one. So, and after talking about that one, I want to talk about Gargantia, which is one that's really, really interesting. It's about they created artificial like ark, like a planet where you can live and that sort of stuff, and but everyone is like bred for different purpose, or everyone is almost bred as soldiers. I think everyone is bred as soldiers, to be fair, unless you're maybe female. I then you can just get children instead. I mean, because they're fighting like a big squid monster, sort of like in space. It's like fucking huge as hell. It's like epic proportion, and so they have like this epic battle, and one of the he's called I'm trying to remember his name. His name is Ledo, and he's and he gets and he misses to go back through their like wormhole so that they can go back and retreat, and so he ends up crashing to Earth, and Earth, where few humans actually remain. So, and all but the planet has literally, it's stopped because they left because of they had an ice age. So when he landed it was just one big ocean, or one big sea. It's no land anywhere. It's just sea all over the whole planet. So everyone lives on boats, which is kind of cool thing. And he ends up encountering this fleet called Gargantia, and it all takes off from there. And it's really good. It's only 13 episodes. That's also a good one if you want to try a new. It doesn't have the dumb skirt shots as I don't think they have, or very very little of it anyways, and because I kind of hate that, like how they showcase like girls and stuff. It just, you feel like a pedophile, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but in Japan you can marry like a 12-year-old, can't you, or something like that, which is just fucking fuck no. And yeah, so, and he also have this cool like uh, mech suit, or like some kind of like that he travels in, and it's and he's kind of badass as well. I can't remember his name right now, but he's one of the great best characters in the whole thing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go anime all because we're 26 minutes in, so I don't feel like I didn't really know what video games to talk about anyway, so no, I had some more to talk about. Yeah, so Natsume Yuinshu, or Natsume, is the first season, I think. I think it's just Natsume Yuinshu. It's really different from most other animes, because the art style is different, and it's about Natsume, the main character who can see to the spirit world, or like demons or whatever, and so because he can see to the other world and they know they can see him, they all want to eat him. They don't bother with the rest of the humans, but because they can see him, everyone tries to eat him. So he lives his life, have lived with this, that he can see all this oh, they had a great name for it. What are they called? Yokai. That's the name of it. And I think that means like demons or spirits or something in English. I don't know. I can't remember. But so all this. So he apparently his grandmother had collected names from all these yokais. So, and when he then moves back to where he used to live, because his parents are dead, if I remember correctly. One of them is dead, the other one I don't really know if they address both of them. I don't know. It's hard to remember the absolute beginning of it, but it's his grandmother had like collected names of the yokai, and so if you control all these names, you can control the yokai, which is a problem when he finds it, because all the yokai also want to have it, because if they could have that book, they could control all other, and could basically summon an army and take over everything, like that sort of stuff. But it isn't having that mindset, because Natsume always wants to be just a normal person, and he just do this like on the side because he have to. He tries to return all of the names in the book to all the yokai. So I mean, it's probably one of my favorite anime. Oh, there's I think it's manga from the beginning, but I like it more in anime form. It's just me, but depends on what type of person you are. So that one is, I highly suggest that one to you if you're looking for something that feels kind of different. And I could go on and on, but more of them. And I want to lastly end this off with my, I would probably say my favorite of all animes, and it's called the Tegami Bachi, or Letter B in English. It sets in a world that has no sun. They only have some sort of artificial sun, which you don't really know how that came to be. Okay, I know how it is because it's further into it, but in the beginning you don't know what it is, and it's like, did someone create it? How did it happen? That sort of thing. And so it's the first 3 episodes. It's about I'm gonna need the names. Come on. Or is it longer? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's Gotcha Swed is his name. I mean, he's a letter B, which is like the postal service of this world, and so everyone lives in kind of like, you have the big main city which almost nobody's allowed to go into if you don't have a pass, which is creepy. Oh, it's really weird because you can't really go into the city at all. And then you have the first, like, I don't remember, inner ring, where the letter B's primarily operate, because they're like the face of the government, these letter B's that hand out the post, because it's they're kind of like the most skilled ones overall, because they are the ones that gonna have to travel everywhere and hand out these letters, and this world is really, really dangerous because there's, what the fuck, oh my god, what the hell are they called? There are these like hollows, like they look like, not cockroaches, beetles, giant beetles and stuff. Like they're like just like a tough shell, and you have to like have a unique type of weapons, and you have unique skill to like shoot them down. And so the first 3 episodes is about this Gotcha Swed, who is making a delivery, which turns out it's a boy named Lageseeing. I mean, this name, sorry. I mean, it's Japanese names, or they try to make some weird name. But the first 3 episodes is about their journey to him Gotcha Swed delivering to like an lady who, and the government took his mother, which is further on it will end up being more important the further it goes on. And so I mean, it's just 3 first episode is like a standalone, so you have to watch more than 3 episodes, because you can't judge it basically, because after 3 episodes it turns out to what the show is really about, because after the 3 first episode you end up it being like many years later when Lag kid is more grown up. I say more, he's like only like 12, 13 after that, but him going out and trying to become a letter B because Gaucho Sued inspired him. So I love it so fucking much. The only problem I can see people have with it, it's a very dark one, and it's a, if you really like, it doesn't have much humor in it at all, which some people, when they watch anime, they need to have humor. Like my sister, she need to have humor to watch in the anime she watches. So, but that one, Tegamibachi, is a dark one. It has fantastic story in my opinion. Little problematic also is he cries a little bit too much, this Lag, the kid. That's the only kind of problem I have. He's sometimes he just goes a little bit overboard because he does it like all the time. It's can get a little annoying for some, but the story overall is really worthwhile to keep an eye on. It has 50 episodes, but for me, when I watched first time, I couldn't stop watching because it's just so dark world and it's so gripping, and it's like you know that any day could be your last one. So I think that's it for this anime oriented episode today. I have more to talk about, but I will probably just gonna push them to a couple of weeks in the future. And yeah, so I probably not gonna be as many people watching this if I don't I'm gonna say it's a anime one because it's if you don't interested in it, I can understand. And then you wouldn't see this comment. If you gotten this far, you fucking have watched it all. And it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm keep acknowledging some facts in the ending of podcast. I mean, some of these people I say stuff that for people like these type of people are not gonna watch it. Yeah, but then they don't fucking gonna see this comment. Alright. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. You can follow me at MarkonStory on Twitter. It's easiest way to always find me. You can always post comment on the YouTube, on the videos as well. I will try always answering. So yeah, thank you. It's probably, I understand if this isn't watch one, as the few people that maybe watch this can say, but hopefully you all who watched it enjoyed it, because or gained knowledge for what, or maybe tried to think maybe I should watch anime, and I have give you a few hints to what kind of anime you could try and what styles there are. So or you can just watch Dragon Ball Z or something like that. Probably most people already watched that one. So I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna hit the 40 minutes mark. Yeah! I'm gonna hit the 40 minute mark. No, I'm not. So anyway, bad at the closing out shows. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys on Friday, I think. Bye.